Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Kendra, and I'm so glad you stopped by. If you're new, welcome for the first time. I hope you feel comfortable enough to make comments. I'm very open. I'm very friendly. I love to chat. I'm an empty nester, kind of, sort of. I've got two grown kids still living at home, but they both work full time. And my husband's a merchant mariner. He's gone sometimes, he's home sometimes. So I have another grocery haul. Now this is going to look funny because I just did a grocery haul, but there were things they did not have. And I got the one thing I couldn't get that they didn't have. Oh, if you're not new, welcome back, friends, for sure. Love you all. Now, what was I going to say? I don't even remember. It doesn't matter. It was probably a lie. That's what my mama used to say. You don't remember? I bet it was a lie. All right, so I kind of organized things to show you. I got things I couldn't get last time, which made me happy, but I still could not get my laundry detergent. I use all free and clear. It's clear soap, no scent, no dyes, no nothing. And I only use that. Oh, I've got a review after I do this haul. I bought this about a month ago, and it's time to review it. Okay, so let's start with the cold stuff. Yeah, we'll start with the cold stuff. This time of year, I don't know why, but this just always calls to me this time of year. It's chicken and apple smoked chicken sausage. I'm not sure what recipe I'm going to use it in this time, but I love it. And so does my husband. Canadian bacon. We like to keep this on hand now and then. There's one kid here in particular. I say kid, they're grown-ups. One offspring here who loves to make, oh, now I can't think of the name of it. You know, it's English muffins, egg, oh, whatever, and Canadian bacon. I just said to this person, hey, this is what I got if you want to make breakfast with this. Anyway, then I've got some bacon because on my meal plan, which you're going to see after this, on my meal plan is BLT dinner. It's the time of year. Let's use up those tomatoes that are not rock hard and green in the middle like they will be in a few months. So everybody, this is really popular, and I usually serve it with either fries or chips. You know, the BLT, I mean. So it would be bacon, lettuce, and tomato if you're not familiar. You know, could be somebody in another part of the country that doesn't, world, that doesn't know what a BLT is. I still remember vividly my first BLT. It was at a lunch counter in the very early 60s, and my mother, my father, myself, and at least one brother were all sitting there at the counter on stools, you know, along the counter like old school, and with the waitresses wearing those little caps that they wore and uniforms, if you could even imagine if you're not from that era, if you're not mid-century model. Anyway, he bought himself for his meal BLT. We must have been shopping for pictures. That's probably what we were doing. I think she had Olin Mills take our family pictures. Anyway, he had a BLT, and I was not looking at it fondly, and he said, you would love this. And I said, no. I was maybe 4. Anyway, and I vividly remember him saying, just have a bite. And I went ahead and did it because I didn't want to disappoint him. I'm such, and always will be, a people pleaser. Anyway, I had a bite, and I looked away because I didn't want him to see the disappointment in my eyes. I do remember this. And my mother said, she's liking that, because she was looking at me. And he said, do you want another bite? And I didn't want to be, selfish or anything, but yes, I want another bite. And I had another bite, and they gave it to me. So I ate his sandwich. Long story short, nothing to do with groceries. And ever since, I've been a BLT lover. I have a very good memory of things that happened when I was a child. My mom and dad will go, what? How do you know that? I'm like, well, I just do. So I haven't bought these. Yeah, bone-in is my favorite pork chop kind. And so I got them, and they're good until 8:29, and I'm going to serve them. When am I going to serve them? They're not on the menu. Are they? I'll have to look. I can't remember. I just wrote the menu out for the week. Anyway, assorted chops thin with applesauce. Always pork chops and applesauce. Last time I ordered, they did not have my eggs, I don't think, was one of the things. But they had them this time because I upped the value. And lo and behold, they had the expensive eggs. Whatever. We go through a lot of eggs. I bake often. We make actual breakfast often. We don't have cereal very often. That being said, there's cereal in this haul because I found it on sale and it sounded so autumn. But anyway, 18 large brown eggs. I never buy brown eggs. And then I've got 2 of these. This is Sargento string cheese, low moisture part skim. We all snack on these. And the dogs, if you get these out and you go to open it, they can be in a dead sleep in another room. And then you look down and there they are, noses to the air, bouncing, you know. This is a high value treat for them. It's also a high value treat to buy. Expensive. This is the only bread that I bought. This time I got 2 of the easy to split. I have to say they are easier to split than other brands. Thomas English muffins, they are my favorite. And they're needed to make that thing for breakfast with the Canadian bacon and the eggs. Help me, please. What are they called? So silly. Anyway, it'll come to me. Things having to do with drinks are drinks. I have one kid that loves these, and I don't mind buying them for this person. I enjoy, if I'm able, to get them things now and then, even though they're grown-ups. And they get me things all the time. Milo's Family Made. This is my drink of choice if I'm not drinking carbonated water, which is the usual. And this is for my coffee. I just ran out. And sometimes I use it. More often I use half and half, but I like this at times. You can do things with this recipe-wise too if you don't know. Yeah, somebody should make a video on that. And then here's some alternative type breakfast things. We've got 2 of the, what does it say? Oh, here we go. Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. And they were on sale for less, I think. I can't remember. It's got Spanish and it's got English. My sister, my uncle. So sister is, there you have it. Mi hermana. My hermana. My uncle would be mi tío. Huh. I know a little kid local. He's not a little kid anymore. He's grown up. Tio was his name. Maybe it's T-E-O, like Theodore. I don't know. All right, and these could be breakfast or they could be desserts or whatever. More often, they're not breakfast. I make them into desserts. But there's 2 of the Jiffy Apple Cinnamon because they're very inexpensive, and so are these. Just add milk, add eggs and milk. These are both good, and so I have blueberry bushes growing and a glut of blueberries I need to freeze or use, but I could use them in this easily. Okay. All right, these are stock up. I like to get a few things to stock up now and then when I can. So I got 4 of the chicken broth. This is an okay brand. It's not, I used to get another brand that came in a jar, and I watched a channel on PBS where they do cooking, and they did a taste test on all the different big deal broth brands. And this one came out on top. And the one that I had been buying, not so much. They said all they could taste was turmeric. And now that's all I can taste. So I'm easily led down the path. And this is way less, like dollars less. Okay. 2 of the pumpkin. I use this not just for baking, like pumpkin bread, pumpkin cookies, pumpkin pie. I give it to my little toy poodles when they have intestinal issues. They're a little sick. Maybe they found a chocolate chip cookie. I don't know. I know that's deadly for dogs, chocolate, but you know what I mean. I just use that as an example. If they get too much of what they should not have in treats, they will get a tummy issue. And this will help right away. I just open it up and give it to them by tablespoons about every 3 hours. And it takes care of it. If I see them eating grass, I know they need this. All right, French fried onions. I have never used this on Thanksgiving, but I saw some recipes lately that use them, and I thought I must have them. I've got to try this. So I will. I have had the green bean casserole, and I think for me, it's not a go for Thanksgiving. I didn't grow up on green bean casserole, so it's a bit wet, sloppy, bland for my taste. Maybe I'm not using the right recipe. Okay, put these away and stock up. Do many of you date your cans that you put, or do you even stock up enough to date cans? I have emergency stock, long-term stock, things like that, because after having lived through the big deal, that's how I roll for now. And, we could retire at any minute and things could get tight for us. So here we go. Look at this. Same shopper, same store, same day. These are Best Buy March of 27, and these are Best Buy July of 27. So obviously I want to use March before I use July for best quality, And so there's that. And then these were both 7.26, and were these both the same? I think they were. Yeah, the pumpkin were both 12.27. There we go. By the way, if you buy pure pack pumpkin, you won't be able to tell the difference between this great value brand and the popular national brand, because it probably comes from the same place. Okay, I have two sweet potatoes. I scratched it to be sure. I like those, what are they called? Garnet. They're really dark on the inside, better than the light orange, but I'll eat them both. 2 tomatoes, BLTs tonight. I have lots of Roma, but I prefer these. Remember when we used to get big, giant, hold in your hand, hothouse tomatoes when we ordered tomatoes? These are the best they can do at Walmart because they don't shop local. They have, this is my opinion, I'm sorry. They have some buyers that they buy from, and they have a standard, and they shoot low to get low prices. This time of year, it's nice to go to the fruit stands, really nice, because they have locally grown big hothouse tomatoes. What's going on here? Oh, it's just this. Okay, 1 onion. I only buy them 1 or 2 at a time nowadays because I found that they were going bad super quickly. Is this a yellow onion? Because that's what I wanted. It is a yellow onion, and it's a sweet yellow onion. All right, and then there's four bananas, because the others are very spotted over there and need to become bread soon. All right, lunchbox snacks, and then I also have a dorm fridge on my front porch, for those of you that are new, that has a sign on it that says, "Thank you for delivering, we appreciate you, blah, blah, blah. Help yourself to a snack and a drink." And I put individually wrapped snacks like this, and I try not to ever get anything that is with peanuts, because that's a big deal here, around here anyway, with people being bad allergic to peanuts. And so just try to please everybody. But, some of these may have been in a place that had peanuts too, like this. I know they make peanut butter, but anyway. This is cheese, a cheddar cheese, toasty, like Ritz, sits on a Ritz kind of thing. These are the famous Amos, and I got these because they were kind of inexpensive. They were better than some of the lesser cookies. This is not for the can outside dorm fridge. It's for the breakfast crew here who want it, or snack crew. I'm just going to leave them because they're not individually wrapped, You don't want to put that on a napkin out there for somebody on the porch. And then these oatmeal cream, and I don't know why they're so popular, because I think they taste like sweetened Crisco on oatmeal cookies. If I could get the oatmeal cookies, and I may do that someday, come to think of it, just scrape that stuff in the middle right off. Pretend it's an Oreo. I don't like the stuff in the middle of an Oreo either. By the way, I did try to get Oreos again. No luck. I wanted the seasonal orange ones. They're not orange, the stuff in the middle is orange. And the last of the regular groceries that I would get is, I got a 4-pack or 2. 2 equals 4. Sorry, I was trying to figure that out in my head. My husband will only use Bounty, as do the children who followed in his footsteps. Anyway, for me, this is fine. I keep it in the primary bedroom bathroom so that if I have a spill or I want to wipe my face or I want to dry my hands, I can get a paper towel that doesn't cost 17 cents a sheet. I'm not bitter. There we go. Now I'm going to show you that review and the washcloths that I bought. All right, here we go. I got 4, and they looked black, and they were called black, but I wouldn't call them black, really. I would call these mahogany brown, sort of. The reason I got these, and I only got 4, is because of the soap I'm about to review. So I will show you that now. Here she is. I bought this a month ago. In desperation, I knew it was going to drive my husband crazy because there is a scent, a calming scent, not strong. It doesn't last 48 hours, the scent. It's, you know, soft and muted, if you could imagine. It's Shea Moisture African Black Soap, Calm and Clearing, 24 hours moisture body wash with plant-based moisturizers. I won't, well, here, I'll just show you quick. It's got aloe, it's got vitamin E, it's got oats. I have tried so many different soaps because my skin is dreadful. I don't mean on, just like on my face. I don't even use this on my face. I have to use something else, but, well, I'm just afraid to try it. My face has given me trouble before when I tried something different on it. My body, I'll go ahead and do it. But anyway, long story short, this is all that and a bag of chips. It's the bomb. You need this. You need this soap in your life if you have problematic dry skin, okay? And I'm saying dry skin is what I went after it for. It's no lie, 24 hours. The first time I used it, I thought that I had stumbled upon, you know, the magic, and I still feel that way. I can feel my arms and I go, my word, all of the expensive lotions that I've used after shower have not done this, but this soap does. It is the best, hands down. It's also $12 plus a bottle at Walmart. I don't know what I'll do if they stop selling it, because it's the first thing that I've found that makes a difference. Okay, here's the thing you need to know. If you have never used this and choose to try it, and I hope you will if you need it, don't use your white washcloths because, let me show you what it looks like. Extreme close-up. It looks like molasses. It pours like molasses. Oh, it smells so good. And it's, I imagine that the parts in there would be oats and aloe and all of that you're seeing. The deal is, when you use a white, pink, green, you know, like any pastel-y colors of a washcloth, even if you spray it down with Shout or anything else, you can spray it directly on there and soak it. This is going to remain on that washcloth. The stain, I don't care. I'll just buy, these were $1.25 each, these washcloths, and I won't, you know, muck up the family's. Like I said to the guys, I go, listen, some of the, I'll just wipe this on here, it doesn't matter because it won't show up after it's washed. I told the kids and my husband, the adult kids, listen, those white washcloths that have a stain that look like somebody's been washing their back end, that's not what that is. Really, it's not what that is. It's this. And it's worth the stain. I'm telling you, try this stuff. 11 out of 10. Love it. Now I'm going to show you the menu, the weekly menu. All right, last part. This is my weekly menu. I didn't write the dates, but it's the Monday the 25th to Saturday the 30th. Okay, I'm going to make this fast because I know you've hung on for a long time, and I appreciate it. And if you stayed around this long time and you like the content, I would like to remind you to pretty please give me a thumbs up or, you know, subscribe. So, cauliflower crust pizzas with tossed salad, Monday. Tuesday, French toast, sausage, and orange slices. I saw, who did I see? It was City Girl Homestead. Kris made this yesterday, and I thought, I must have it. I haven't made French toast in forever. And that's why I should have bought another loaf of bread. I'll have one of the guys pick it up. Then Wednesday, we're going to do buffalo wraps and chips, chicken. We already did this. Buffalo wraps, chips, chicken cheese, romaine sauce, ranch avocado on tortillas. I got low-carb tortilla shells for some of us and regular for others of us, you know. Thursday's always no-cook Thursday. Everyone's an adult here, and we have chosen to make Thursday the day people go out to eat, bring, you know, take out home, look through leftovers, do whatever they want, but Mama doesn't cook on Thursdays. It's a blessing, really. And then Friday, the 29th, kielbasa, peppers, onions, and crispy taters, because I saw, was it Mimi? I believe it was Mimi. I'm so sorry if I'm giving the wrong names. Mimi made crispy potatoes, fried potatoes with this, and I thought I haven't done that in forever, so I need to do that. And then Saturday the 30th is enchiladas refried, the works with salad. I need to clean out my refrigerator right this minute because I opened the door and I smell broccoli, and I don't mean good broccoli. Something in there is barking. Cover me, I'm going in. If you always watch, you know. Oh, and this is, you know, let's plan that I do a sister shout out. And so my sister shout out today is for Patricia's Dolly Dreams. I love to watch her channel. She's got a bit of silliness. She's got a bit of grandmotherliness. She's supportive to my channel 100%. I think she comments probably more than at least top 2 of anybody. Patricia's Dolly Dreams. She's an open, friendly person, and she loves her dolls almost as much as her family. I believe she lives with adult children and grandchildren in like a separate, like mother-in-law apartment area, something. It looks like she has her own space within the space. But you see her grandchildren often. She loves reborns, silicones, dolls, and stuffed loveys. She has a talking, moving monkey that I would love to get my hands on. If I find one in the store, I'm buying it. You'll enjoy her and her crew, and I mean her dolls and her loveys and her grandchildren. And you should go over and show her some love. Patricia's Dolly Dreams. She's all that. And so thank you if you got this far. I sure appreciate you. Have a good day. Bye.